A very warm welcome, guys, and good evening on this flight in the Learjet from Flysimware from Oslo ENGM, which is here in Norway, on the SayIntentions network, which is showing up some traffic to Bergen Flesland. And the reason why we're taking this route today is because of the low visibility situation over in Bergen. We have, this is Bergen, 200 to 300 meters visibility, and this is the map in Meteo Blue. So, planned is, as I said, Oslo ENGM in Norway, taking the departure via runway 19 left to the south on the SID Atla 3 Charlie, taking a right turn over to Atlap, and from there we're going to pick up the Pezu 3 November arrival, which is going to lead us into runway 17 into Flesland. So this is what we're looking for today. So let's listen to the ATIS and get this thing going. Battery 1 and 2. We got DC volts, 28 volts. That means we have a good functioning generator, GPU. Sorry guys. Primary secondary inverter gives us AC volts, which is all fine. Autopilot radio altimeter, avionics master will turn on. Also the emergency battery to standby. Stall warnings and hydro pump will turn on. Check the hydraulic pressure, which is fine. Making sure the parking brake is set, and we'll set flaps to 8. Turn on the hydro pump there. Don't forget, or never forget, the trims on the Learjet. We'll set them to takeoff, like so, and power up the yaw damper. View-wise, we are good to go. Fuselage has something in it in left and right wind tank. Tips as well. Total enough. So cabin air is off before we start the engines. Nav lights can come on. Airport frequencies, and the ATIS is down here. 126130.
And hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Juliet.
So we got Juliet.
Oslo Airport. Information,
going
Juliet.
to Flesland
1250
with
Zulu.
the Atla 3 Charlie.
Arriving and departing runways 19 left, 19 right. Wind 19 5 at 11. Visibility 10. Sky conditions. Broken at 1000 feet. Temperature 7. Dew point 5. QNH 1002. Transition level 90. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if traffic service is requested.
We'll pick a clearance. Oslo delivery November to Farfalima. Good evening with Juliet, requesting IFR clearance to Flesland.
Clearance on request, standby. November 24 Alpha Lima, cleared to Flesland via the ATLS 3 Charlie departure runway 19 left. Initial climb to flight level 070, departure on 118.480 squawk 4355.
Cleared to Flesland, Atla 3 Charlie departure runway 19 left. Initial climb flight level 070, departure frequency 118.480, squawking 4355 November to Farfalima. 4355. Altitude reporting on. 70.
November 24 Alpha Lima, read back correct.
QNH
Contact
1002.
ground on 121.905.
Ground 121.905 November to Farfalima.
Nordic 6, Charlie Foxtrot, affirmative, contact ground on 121.605.
So switch over there. Then we'll pick up the flight plan from SimBrief. Flight plan, import, and make sure that that's what we get cleared for. So we have Atla 3 Charlie, runway 19 left, Atla 3 Charlie, 19 left, holds up. map is good. We have the altitude set, we have the QNH set, and the squawk code set. So we'll ask for push and start. Oslo ground, November 24 Alpha Lima, request push and start.
November 24 Alpha Lima, push and start approved.
Push and start approved, November 24 Alpha Lima. Before you push and start, we'll make sure that we are in idle, that the parking brake is set, beacon lights on, and icing systems are off. And that's all good. And we'll push back here and we'll face to the east, so nose to the left.
Nordic 534, ready to taxi. Nordic 534, runway 19 left, taxi via Juliet Sierra Bravo 9er.
Right engine.
Runway 19 left, taxi via Juliet Sierra Bravo
10%.
534.
Idle. We've got M1 rotation, fuel flow, and oil pressure within 10 seconds.
Charlie contact tower on 118.305.
Switching to tower, airball to contact Charlie.
Second engine. Same thing, waiting for 10%. Idle. Rotation, fuel flow, and pressure building up, all good. 2 good engine starts, alright.
Echo Kilo 1. Echo Kilo 1, Scandinavian 4413. Guard 1 ground, request engine start.
Mile 2, engine start approved. Contact apron on 119.999 if you need a tug. Mile 2, contact tower on 118.3.
Thank you, contacting tower 118.3. Have a good day.
So, parking brake and we're ready to taxi. Oslo ground, November 24 Alpha Lima, request taxi.
November 24 Alpha Lima, runway 19 left, taxi via Papa Sierra Bravo 9er.
Papa Sierra Bravo 9er to holding point runway 19 left, November 24 Alpha Lima. So that's full length, so we'll do that. Parking brake can come off. Don't forget that steer lock on the Learjet. And it is busy here in Oslo, as you can see. And this is all SayIntentions. Flaps are on takeoff, so let's go through the pre-departure checklist. And for the Learjet, you could use Laftica PAR. Laftica L is landing lights, and that's going to come on later on. Then flaps takeoff, trims are set for takeoff. We checked that before. I is the icing systems, set that. Pressurization to 28, so 29 will set in that box. Cabin air on. Then the reversers and air ignitions. Sorry guys. So we'll take into the left here on Sierra.
Lima November Kilo Zulu Victor, contact tower on 118.305. Over to tower Lima November Kilo Zulu Victor.
So this is Sierra.
Lima November Bravo Kilo Victor, ready to taxi. Lima November Bravo Kilo Victor, runway 19 left, taxi via Charlie, Charlie 2, hold short of runway 19 right, then Alpha 6 Victor Sierra Bravo 9er.
Avionics, nav and out select.
Hold short of runway 19 right.
And we'll wait.
Victor, Sierra, Bravo 9, Lima November, Bravo, Kilo. Victor.
So tower is going to be which one? 1 on the left. So see if SayIntentions gets that right. So 1 on the left is supposed to be 1201 at 05. So let's set that. Let's see what we get. 120105. We'll wait before we set that. So we have landing traffic over there and 2 waiting on the taxiway.
Nordic 41 Bravo, taxi departing via Alpha 5 Hotel Yankee Golf. Alpha 5 Hotel Yankee Golf, Nordic 41 Bravo. Bergen ground, request IFR to Flesland with information uniform, Norwegian 240. Give me 1 second for that clearance. Gardermoen ground, clear to Flesland via the Oslo 7 Delta departure, departure 19 right, departure on 11848, initial time 7000 feet, squawk 4643 Norwegian. Norwegian 243, read back correct.
IFR is for RIB 1 departure, runway 1 left, climb and maintain flight level 070, contact departure on 118.48, squawk 6346.
Easy 1123, read back correct. Nordic 1 Whiskey Charlie, contact ground on 121.9005.
Ground, Nordic 1 Whiskey Charlie.
Thai 9055, Gardermoen en ground. Contact tower on 118.305 when ready for departure.
Going 118.345,
Oslo ground, Walker 2670, request pushback and engine start.
Walker 2670, push back and engine start approved. Face north.
Lima November, Kilo Golf, Lima contact tower on 118.305.
Tower, Lima November, Kilo Golf, Lima. Lima November, Kilo Golf, Lima, holding short of 19er left, ready to go.
Lima November, Kilo Golf, Lima, winds 150 at 6, runway 19er left, cleared for takeoff. Safe travels.
Cleared for takeoff, 19er left, Lima November, Kilo Golf, Lima.
So this is cool. Listening to the tower frequency on nav 2, and this is that guy going there who just talked to tower, and we're on ground ourselves.
Shear, Papa, Yankee, Golf, Echo, Kilo, Nordic 1 Whiskey Charlie.
So gonna mute tower frequency.
Ground request IFR to Værnes with information in the boat. Norwegian 2
Clearance on request, stand by.
Cardamom ground request IFR to Værnes with information uniform. Norwegian 2
Clearance on request, you're number 1. Nordic 534, contact tower on 118.305.
So that's him.
November 24 Alpha Lima, contact tower on 118.305.
118.305 November 2 Alpha Lima.
Nordic 534, winds 170 at 8, runway 19er left, cleared for takeoff.
19er left, cleared for takeoff, Nordic 534.
Oslo Tower November 2 for Alpha Lima. Good evening, holding short, runway 19er left, ready for departure.
November 24 Alpha Lima, Garda Muin Tower, runway 19er left, hold short, you're number 1 behind the 737.
Hold short, 19er in sequence behind 737 November 2 for Alpha Lima.
Scandinavian 56 Mike, winds 170 at 8, runway 19er right, cleared to land.
19er right, cleared to land, Scandinavian 56 Mike.
Boeing 737 going or leaving. Final looks clear.
Oslo Tower, Scandinavian 478, established on the RNAV Zulu, runway 19er left.
Scandinavian 4788, roger.
So there's a guy established on the RNAV. We are waiting. See what happens.
Oslo Tower, Nordic 405, established on the RNAV Whiskey, runway 19er left.
Nordic 405, roger.
Sierra Bravo, final, runway 1 right.
Bonanza Sierra Bravo Echo, say again your request. November 24 Alpha Lima, no delay. 320 Neo on an 8-mile final runway 19er left. Winds 170 at 8, cleared for takeoff.
No delay, clear for takeoff, runway 19 left, November 24 Alpha Lima. Okay, this is really working great, I have to say here. Also SayIntentions here, performing flawlessly. All the sequencing here down. No delay means we're gonna hit that takeoff power, like so. Try to hold that center line here.
19 left remaining. 9,400.
Waiting for VR. There. Positive climb, tap the brakes, gear up. Get back on the thrust lever a little bit here. Otherwise it's going to be too fast and bye-bye Oslo. Yaw damper can come off, flaps are up.
Bravo reporting Vaxo and 1,000 over Vaxo and 1,000 feet, heading to 70.
Reverser can come off. Air ignition can come off. Taxi landing lights can come off.
Contact departure on 118.48.
Departure 118.48, November 24 Alpha Lima, so long. Oslo departure November 24 Alpha Lima, 2,500, climbing 7,000.
November 24 Alpha Lima, Oslo approach identified, climb flight level 070.
Climb flight level 070, November 24 Alpha Lima. Okay. So the cloud layers fit and sync up with Meteor Blue.
Climb flight level 220.
Climb flight level 220, November 24 Alpha Lima. The stage will go with speed mode, which is flight level change mode in the Learjet. It's going to bring us up to that level very quickly. Passing the transition altitude, we'll go to standard.
November 24 Alpha Lima, speed below 250 knots.
Speed below 250 knots, November 24 Alpha Lima. Like so.
November 24 Alpha Lima, contact Polaris Control on 135.555.
135.555, November 24 Alpha Lima, so long. Polaris Control, November 24 Alpha Lima. Good evening, flight level 130 for 220.
November 24 Alpha Lima, Polaris Control identified. Good afternoon.
So far, SayIntentions on this session really well. And I'm curious to see what the weather is going to do in Flesland. Since we looked at the Meteor Blue charts and they looked as if the visibility is not going to be too good. So we're climbing up here over the fjords, going to 220. Alt is selected, we have nav on.
November 24 Alpha Lima, Polaris Control, climb flight level 320.
Climb flight level 320, November 24 Alpha Lima. it is. So going through these high layer clouds here, up in the levels, down there visibility is good, but it's supposed to deteriorate over at the coast, over in Bergen, and we'll see how that syncs up with the sim. I'm really curious. And there's really nothing that matches this plane, and it's so well made. All the stitches are visible, and for me FS220 is still the thing to go to, because on 24 I've tried everything, despite me having a top of the notch system with the AMD 9950 X3D with the RTX 4090 with 24 gigs of RAM and 96 gigs of RAM. I get 37 FPS in VR, and that's with foveated rendering and with DLSS quality, and that's not acceptable to me. A little bit disappointed, I have to say. We got all these promises that multi-core functionality would help us with performance, but that's absolutely not true. For me, performance is just subliminal, not good at all. So I'm still back in the FS 2020, which performs flawlessly here for me. Watch that overspeed. Alright, so let's look at the checklist. So the climb we've done. While we are on route, we'll make sure that the tanks and the fuel is sufficient, and it is. So we have a total of 2,500 pounds, which is enough. Fuselage has a rest, left wing and right wing, and the tips should be empty, yeah, because by gravity fuel flows from the tips to the wings. So when the wings start to deplete, water is transferred from the fuselage with a transfer valve here going upwards, but not necessary at the moment. So we are leaving our SID now from Atlap on our level 320 on standard QNH. Go to Ageku, then Pezur, and a Pezur will pick up the arrival, which is going to be the Pezur 3 November arrival. Pezur 3 November, and we'll try to get flight level 100 at Pezur. Going through a couple of waypoints with a restriction here at BR 627 at below 130. Then here at 624 below 80. Right and left turn to Gilva, and at Gilva we'll pick up runway 17 approach via Gilva, so ILS Whiskey 17 Gilva. Gilva at 4000. Gilva 4000 initial approach fix. Do Bable, and Bable is going to be the final fix, I think. No, it's not. D7.1 is going to be the final fix. Bable 3000, and glide slope will be intercepted at 2400. So that's what we're going to expect. What about 80s over in Bergen? Let's listen to the 80s there. We have 125, 255, 125, 125, 255. See which runway is in use and listen to it. Still far away, so maybe we don't pick it up. No, we don't. So we'll just keep it on monitor. As soon as we pick it up, the 80s, 125, 255, we will be able to, look at that. That was the wrong frequency. 255, like so.
0 feet.
Oh, there it is.
Temperature 10. Dew point 10. QNH 1002.
1002.
Transition level 90. Flight inspection aircraft conducting operations near the south ramp. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if traffic service is requested. Read all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information hotel.
Hotel.
Bergen Airport, information hotel. 1250 Zulu. Arriving and departing runway 17. Wind 175 at
Okay,
13.
so the most important things we have 17 and we have hotel. So 17 has a localizer frequency 1099er, and we'll program that into the flight plan. Flesland, flow procedure, and have oh, there it is. 17 whiskey with Gilva as a transition. And final course 170, let's set that 170, like so. We just said before, glide slope intercept is going to happen at 2,400. And minima, this is going to be important for us today. Category 1 has a decision altitude of 370, which is a height of 200. And what does the meter say over in Flesland? Weather. So QNH is 999 here on this one here. We'll see if that's true. Visibility is 4 km, 2.5 statute miles. Drizzle, rain, mist with a broken layer at 500 feet, so should be just okay for us. And yeah. So 20 knots from the south, and the wind's pretty windy. 4,000 is that is the visibility. The drizzle or rain is the DZRA, and broken clouds at 500, so should be okay, I think. We'll see.
November 24 Alpha Lima, cleared PSU 3 November into Flesland. Whenever you'd like, descend, flight level 240.
Cleared PSU 3 November into Flesland, descent, flight level 240 November 24 Alpha Lima.
November 24 Alpha Lima, cross, Bravo Romeo 627 at or below, flight level 130.
Cross Bravo Romeo 627 at flight level 130 or below November 24 Alpha Lima. SayIntentions, I like it a lot. You're doing a great job here, actually. Really cool. So, I'll VS this thing down. So, Bravo Romeo 627. Let's go and look for that. Bravo Romeo 627, which is the arrival.
November 11314, checking in, squawk 23555,000.
And we'll actually just set 1300 at 130. VNAV requires me to descend by 2,500 feet per minute, and so I have to actually increase my vertical speed a little bit and watch for the speed, not to overspeed. A little bit more. VS. You can see here, this is what I'm doing. VS what I have, and this is what is required to meet that restriction, which I just entered. BR 627 at 13,000 means I have to do exactly this, and I have to go a little bit steeper, more. So this should be fine. So with this descent rate, I will meet my restriction imposed by ATC. 240 was level. Don't forget alt select. So we are where? We are somewhere over the fjord. So we are here actually, exactly here. And there's clouds over there, so just let's look at the metagram. And it says that those clouds should start at 4 kilometers, no, 9 kilometers. Not sure whether to watch this scale or this one here. Probably this is just the precipitation and this is the altitude. So these clouds start at 4 kilometers, no, 6, 7 kilometers, which is flight level 270. So that's actually true. It is, it's hold up. It holds up. Visibility, Bergen 2300, yeah. So far, everything seems to be correct. So, yeah, and actually, SayIntentions, look at that. We got that at or below 130 at Bravo Romeo 627. And that is good news. SayIntentions works really well. The only thing that doesn't work well is this. That we have reached our flight level and we're supposed to reach 627 at 130. Flight level 130, so we'll have to set that ourselves. Almost perfect. Required is 3,000. $200. Like so. Alt select. And weather's deteriorating. You're seeing
for Alpha Lima across Bravo Romeo 624 at or below flight level 080.
class cross Bravo Romeo at 624 at or below flight level 80 November to Alpha Lima. So 80, and now we go to flight plan. Now set that at 8000 and VNAV, and this is our new descent profile 2100, and we can flatten our descent a little bit. Like so. Alright, so far everything holding up well here. So, arrival wise, supposed to be at Bravo Romeo 624 at below 8000.
November 24 Alpha Lima, contact Flesland approach on 121.005.
121.005 November 24 Lima, thanks, bye. 121.005. And listen to the 8 to get the designator. Hotel.
1250.
Flesland approach, November 24 Lima, good evening. Flight level 150480 with hotel.
Alpha Lima, Flesland approach identified. Good afternoon, cleared Gilva transition. Expect the ILS Whiskey runway 17 approach into Flesland.
Cleared Gilva transition and expect ILS 17 Whiskey approach into Flesland, November to Alpha Lima. So, all good. Gilva transition. ILS Whiskey 17. We are well prepared, guys, and the weather is deteriorating here. It's getting worse. So we have both winds and bad visibility, so that makes up for a perfect end of this flight, I guess. So 80, we have our selected, and we have that Whiskey approach in place. Arrival is there, and we have 17 Whiskey via Gilva. So we had that transition of 8000 by 624. Should be able to meet that. Yes, we will. And then it's going to be an arch over all the way to Gilva. Gilva, they want us to have it 4000, so I hope approach controller will give us further descent while we approach, or come closer to the approach part of the approach. Yeah, definitely getting worse weather, so we're gonna expect some bad weather here. So we'll slow this thing up a bit because we're below flight level 100. Starting our turn here. Sea level. This is all good. Fuel wise, we're good.
So request IFR flight to Echo November to Victor. With information Lima, requesting.
Clearance on request. Stand by.
Yes, just one of the Learjet 35A Charlie departure runway 17, initial climb.
Yeah, it is windy here.
Departure on 121.005.
And now our turn is beginning here. I hope SayIntentions is still with me.
Ground is on 121.905. Safe flight, sir.
Take the left turn here. Gilva is our transition. Next controlling instance is going to be tower. I will set that. 119.105. We got that in standby. And let's listen to the 80s once more.
5 at 13. Visibility 2. Sky conditions. Solid overcast at 300 feet.
Solid overcast at 300. Do you hear that?
Runway 17. Wind 175 at 13. Visibility 2.
13 knots.
Sky conditions. Solid overcast at 300 feet.
Solid overcast
Temperature
300.
Dew point 10. QNH 1002.
And 1002. Yep, it's exactly what it looks like. I guess we'll see. Still at 8,000. Not sure when he's going to give me more descent. I'll actually ask him. So, Gilva, or Bablo if I want to be Bablo 3000. VNAV is required. Oh, it's still okay, 1400. So we'll wait a little bit and just wait until we get that from ATC. I hope they give us further descent. Hasn't happened yet. It would be too bad if SayIntentions forgets about us. And it is bumpy here. So Gilva should be 4,000, we are at 8,000, so he should give us descent. $1,600. So maybe he's waiting for me.
November 24 Alpha Lima,
there it is.
descend altitude 4,000.
Love it. Descend altitude 4,000 November to Alpha Lima. Okay, works really, really well. Need 1,700, so 2,000 will do. Cool. And I'm sure that we have some restrictions what the speed concerns. 220 knots. So we'll try to lose some speed here. Okay. That is losing some speed here. Going direct Gilva here. And required vertical speed it matches
November
up
24
with
Alpha Lima, descend altitude 3,000.
descend altitude 3,000 November to Alpha Lima. And the QNH was, see if I got that.
At 13. Visibility 2. Sky conditions.
I think
Solid
1002.
overcast at 300 feet. Temperature 10. Dew point 10. QNH 1002.
1002.
Transition level 9 or
So, and now we are about to enter IMC, guys. And get excited, cool. So we have local QNH, Gilva. Next is gonna be a right turn over to Bablo. And there we go. So let's take a right turn to Bablo and a left turn to the final fix.
136.28.
Final course is 170. We have that set here. Localized frequency is set. All good. All the lights are good. We have the pressure, cabin air, all the landing lights will come on later on when we lower the landing gear. Taking a right turn now, as you can see here by the HS, the ADI. Going now direct to Bablo here.
Scandinavian 252, climb flight level 310.
Level 310, Scandinavian 252. Climb 310, heading 252, Scandinavian 252.
So, Bablo coming up.
Contact.
In case we go missed, we'll just climb on track to 2000 and then we'll intercept and proceed in the radial 170 from Flesland. go to Unzil, and then departure. Tower frequency is set. We're ready. And it is windy.
Advise
Some
on
news.
course heading, altitude, and if traffic service is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information hotel. Bergen Airport, information hotel. 1250 Zulu. Arriving and departing runway 17. Wind 175 at 13. Visibility 2. Sky conditions.
Localizers
Solid
captured.
overcast at 300 feet. Temperature 10. Dew point 10. QNH 1002.
November 24 Alpha
Transition
Lima,
level
contact
90.
Flesland Tower on 119.105.
Flesland Tower on 119.105, November 2 for Lima, thanks, bye. Gear down, laps 20. Flesland Tower, November 2 for Alpha Lima on the ILS 17. Set 68.5% on and 2.
November 24 Alpha Lima, Flesland Tower, roger, continue approach runway 17.
Continue. Rainy, windy, and just no visibility whatsoever. It's a good combination. So, landing lights. Air ignitions are on. Thrusters are reversed. All the lights are on. We're ready, guys. So, no visibility at the moment. As soon as I hit 1,000 above here, I will set flaps take full. A little bit of visibility here over Flesland. There's a bridge. Not that bad actually. We got that crosswind. That's actually a southerly wind, so it's a headwind. On the localizer and the glide slope, everything good. Approach power is set. Entering IMC again, so wind and snow and clouds. And they're supposed to go down to 300, so we'll see about that. Passing 1,500 over there. Still no visibility here, so watching the snow direction, the wind is coming slightly from the left, so we have a slight lift crosswind with roughly 20 knots, so it's not going to make it easier.
Minutes 233, roger.
Waiting for that 1,000 feet above. Oh my god, that guy clearly doesn't know what he's doing.
Welcome to Flesland.
Better he's doing it than SayIntentions.
905.
Better him doing it than SayIntentions than on WhatsApp. Not really 1,000 above yet, but soon.
Approaching runway 17.
And there's nothing to see, but we're approaching runway 17. Cool. So, your damper can come off, and we will just stay on the autopilot until we see the runway. We are still not at minimums. Minimum is 200 above ground, and it is windy. My God, you see that? It's really windy. There's the runway, and as you can see, it is really bumpy.
Ground on 121.905.
And 500 feet, so that holds up of what we just got. So
Contact departure on
let's have some fun. Okay,
1005.
autopilot off.
Over to departure 121.005, Golf India Yankee.
Oh my God, it's windy. Jesus Christ, wind shear on the final. That is uncool. Jesus Christ. That was just horrible. That was just the worst wind shear I've ever had in my life. I'm going around. Flesland Tower, November 24 Lima, going around. Flaps up.
November 24 Alpha Lima, say again your message.
November 24 Alpha Lima is going around. And select 3000.
November 24 Alpha Lima, execute missed approach procedure. Contact approach on 121.005.
Execute missed approach, then 121.005 November 24 Alpha Lima, bye. So. Oh my god, this is just horrible weather. Yes, on approach November 24 Alpha Lima on missed approach. 3000.
November 24 Alpha Lima, unbelievable. Execute missed approach. Give me a minute.
That's cool. So, we are on the way of
KLM 908 Bravo, Flesland departure identified. Climb via the SID to flight level 160.
November 24 Alpha Lima, turn left heading 350 vectors for the ILS runway 1.
left heading 350 vectors for ILS 17 November 24 Lima. So left heading 350 vectors for the ILS 17. So okay, that was a bad approach and even worse landing, and the wind shear just caught me off guard, and I'll just try to do this better next time. So we are on the approach controller, we have landing the gear up, the lights are on, everything is okay so far. Missed approach procedure is to go to 3000 and we have vectoring, so yeah, nothing further for us at the moment. See what it can do with us. That was horrible.
Nordic 360, descend altitude 4,000 feet.
So what's the learning from this thing? I had full flaps and I was too slow, so I'm gonna try to go flaps 20 and be a little bit faster on this approach, see if that holds up. Those 350 on the heading, 3000, looking edge, waiting for vectoring. And that was the worst landing I've ever done, I think, guys.
Scandinavian 2862, contact Flesland Tower on 119.105.
On aircraft conducting operations near the south ramp. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if traffic service is requested. Read all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information hotel. Bergen Airport, Information Hotel. 1250 Zulu. Arriving and departing runway 17. Wind 175 at 13. Visibility 2.
So one thing actually I just learned from this approach is that you don't pay attention to set everything according to or in order to expect the missed approach. I wasn't prepared at all, so my heading wasn't there. I should have set the heading as soon as I've captured my localizer. Set the heading to runway heading, so that's prepared already. Set 3000, that was set, luckily, so that wasn't an issue. As soon as you go missed, pitch up, gear up, flaps up when the time has come to get the flaps up, and then go to 3000 on runway heading.
43, contact Flesland Tower on 119.105.
So pretty close to the mountain zero on that 3000 feet.
3, contact Flesland Tower on 119.105.
119.105 for KLM 1163. Bye-bye.
4 Alpha Lima, turn left heading 335.
Left heading 335 November to Lima. So left heading 335, I'm gonna comply and we'll keep 220 knots now. Don't want to be too fast here. So it's probably going to vector us in like this here. Maybe further up, we'll see.
Scandinavian 252, contact Polaris Control on 136.28.
136.28, Scandinavian 252.
No visibility here. You can see how windy it is, eh? You can see how windy it is. Look at that, guys. Never seen the Learjet jump around like that. No wonder we had to abort that landing. It's windy, no visibility, and just bumpy as hell here. So waiting for a left turn here soon. And yeah, guys, so far, SayIntentions, not one single mistake. Spot on the taxi over in Oslo, then all the sequencing, and now this with the missed approach. So far, just spot on. Not one mistake.
4 Alpha Lima, turn left heading 210.
Left heading 210 November to Lima. So taking a left here, we'll set flaps 8 at this stage. 210, 3000. The frequency localizer is set, we have the course set, so yeah, we're good to go. See if this thing goes better this time. Wish me luck, guys. Still beautiful views here over Flesland, even though the weather sucks. Merry Christmas, guys. We'll arm approach mode to be safe. See if it clears us for the approach again. Would be cool. The approach mode is armed, glide slope and localizer. we're going to capture it soon without him having cleared us to the ILS, which is a little bit strange. The first thing that actually didn't really work here on this flight. So localizer captured without him giving us clearance for the approach. We'll do it anyway. Gear down. See when he hands us over to tower. So localizer is captured, glide slope is armed, but we're not going to intercept at Bablo or a little bit later than Bablo. So lights are all good. Everything's set. We are ready. Let's see if he hands us over. And this time, guys, I'm not going to do the same mistake. I'm going to set that to 174, like so. No, 170 actually. Like so. So the landing lights are down because the lights are visible. Glide slope is not come alive yet. Just wait for that. And it is windy and it is raining again.
Scandinavian 252, climb flight level 220.
Live slope is not alive yet.
November 24 Alpha Lima, contact Flesland Tower on 119.105.
Tower on 119.105, November 2 for Alpha Lima. So far so good. Flesland Tower, November 2 for Alpha Lima on the INS 17. Second attempt.
November 24 Alpha Lima, Flesland Tower, roger, continue approach runway 17.
Continue 17, November 2 for Alpha Lima. So, glide slope is coming alive now. Not captured yet.
T instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information hotel. Bergen Airport. Information hotel.
170 at 13. Runway 17 cleared to land.
Runway 17 cleared to land, November 2 for Alpha Lima. Wish me luck.
Low sky conditions. Solid
20,
overcast
flaps
at
20.
300 feet. Temperature 10. Dew point 10. QNH 1002. Transition level 90. Flight inspection aircraft conducting operations near the south ramp. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if traffic service is requested. Read Beckall runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information hotel. Bergen Airport, information hotel. 12500. Arriving and departing runway 17. Wind 175 at 13. Visibility 2. Sky conditions. Solid overcast at 300 feet. Temperature 1.
Same thing as before. 1000, go to flaps full. I'll do that anyway. Try it again. And ground will be 905, so we'll set that. We're prepared. Not there yet, and what's gonna be the next controller? Go flaps full to be configured as soon as possible. We will try Alpha 4 or maybe Alpha 5, we'll see. So flaps full, gear down, 3 green, yaw damper will turn off. try to get this thing stabilized as well as possible.
Flesland Tower, Canadian 682.
There's the runway.
Afternoon, we're crossing Foxtrot 17 Whiskey at the 2,500. Sorry about that, correction, 2,400 feet. 00, we have just been established on the glide slope and the localizer file is 17, Scandinavian 682.
And we'll fly this in actually by ourselves.
Scandinavian 682.
It is really, really bumpy. Jesus Christ, yeah, it is really, really, really bumpy here. There's a fair amount of shear winds here as well. Just
Nomadic 726, contact departure on 121.005. 121.005. 45 Foxtrot Lima. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
it is windy again here. It's really windy. Here we go again, wind shear. Jesus Christ. My God. Yeah, it's not gonna go better than this actually, guys. Steer lock on. At least we made it down safe, guys. Was not a nice landing, but look at this
November
wind
24
sock,
Alpha
guys.
Lima, welcome to Flesland. Contact ground on 121.905.
Ground on 121.905, November 2 Alpha Lima. Look at that windsock. Flesland ground, November 2 for Alpha Lima. Good evening on Alpha 5, request taxi.
November 24 Alpha
Oh.
Lima, taxi to North.
Flesland ground, November 2 for Alpha Lima. Good evening on Bravo 5, no, Alpha 5, request taxi. Didn't change over the frequency after that bad landing. Flesland ground, November 2 for Alpha Lima, request taxi. Tower November 2 for Alpha Lima, can you please repeat the taxi stand? It's just getting better and better this flight. It was all good until the end. Okay, they don't want to talk to me anymore, so we'll see what they said. Area stand spot 5 by Alpha Charlie Whiskey Bravo. Alpha Charlie Whiskey Bravo, Alpha Charlie Whiskey and Bravo. Oh, so this it's the GA, I think that's what it is. Alright, let's do that. Cool flight, but the end was horrible. Still hope you enjoyed it somewhat.
Scandinavian 2875, holding short of 17, ready to go. Scandinavian 2875, winds 150 at 17, runway 17, cleared for takeoff.
So Actually, I just think that the sequencing works so much better on SayIntentions now. It had been awkward, but now everything just really works perfectly. Also, this Scandinavian guy just perfect. All the communications seem to fit, and the sequencing back in Oslo, perfect. So SayIntentions, keep up the good work. You know what, guys? We're gonna just take a left, right turn here, and then a left, and we're gonna stay here. So, there it is. Have a nice evening and have a good Sunday, and see you next time, and we'll practice those landings in strong winds to do a better job next time. Have a good one. Bye bye.